Okay, let's put these away. Right, I'm going to go in with the cream, the Wonder Cream. Let's turn the lights down a bit. Yeah, so Face Facts Wonder Cream Instant Glow Reviver. Now there's a hair in that. Wonderful. So yeah, I'm coming to the live again early because I'm going to my mum's. I said I'd be there for 8 o'clock. And I know it's only 6:15. But if I can, I'd like to do another video after this one. If I can't, that's fine. Or I might just do some chores and then leave the other video till tomorrow. Right, now I want to go in with Sun-Kissed Skin Hyaluronic Acid under the eyes. So that's Project Pan. Okay. Right. I'm going to try and use the last bit of this. Yesterday when I used it though, the little bauble came out because I'm having to like take this out, the sprayer, just because it doesn't want to. Yeah, the baubles come out again. Oh, that's come out. Wonderful. I can put it back in though, so it's not an issue. Right, it's all gone now. Excuse the noise you're hearing a bit outside. There wasn't really much in there. Need to try and get this bauble. Clean it off a bit. It's just that one. Just helps mix things up. So that's that. Primers. Right, I always go in with this one first from Primark. Just a tiny bit. You really don't need much of it. Just for the under eyes. And I kind of like tap it on both fingers. Need a bit more on this side. Okay, so that's fine for the under eye. Then we'll go on the shop me say no poi. People keep coming in and then going back out. Obviously it's not the video for them, which is cool. Like I feel, obviously this just comes up on people's feed that someone's gone live. And I feel like it's inquisitiveness more than anything. Or shall we say nosiness. Let's put my sleeves up a bit. I mean, it does say what the video is though, in the title. Quite clearly states it's a get ready with me. You know, I'm going to be trying the Natasha Denona mini star palette again. Okay, so I've used both of them. Now we'll go in with foundation. In fact, I'll have a drink first. Foundation. I'm going to use my Shop My Stash one. So I'm trying to establish, do I want to take this on holiday with me? I don't know which one I want to take as of yet. Actually, no, I'm going way ahead. Need the glow stick first. See, it's prime example. 2 people came in then and went straight back out. Feel like that's more curiosity. Oh, actually, I'm going to put some on the side here. And we're certainly getting down to that. Okay. Let's put some of this on the sponge. I mean, it does look like it's going to be my shade. But it's whether it oxidises. Now, I would prefer to have porcelain. But at the time, and I still don't feel like they do porcelain, I feel like 201 is the lightest shade. 200, in my opinion, should be the lightest shade. And that should be porcelain, not classic ivory. Let's put some Sun-Kissed Skin Hydrating Face Mist on the sponge. Again, people are coming in and not really saying anything. So it's probably going to be a quick video. Right, I want to put a bit more spray on. Right, I think we're done with the foundation. Right, so on the skin it looks pretty good, but it's whether it's going to oxidise later on. It normally takes a while to oxidise. But if it's going to oxidise, we'll be able to tell. Look. Yeah, we'll be able to tell. So we just need to look out for that. Concealer. Right, so I really don't have much left of this. You can see it all there. So I'll try and use some more for today. Yeah, there's a lot still on the brush. I can still scrape around the edges. But there really isn't, there's barely anything. Like, right at the bottom there's quite a bit, but I can't scrape it with this. So there's not really a lot I can do about that. When nothing else is coming on the brush or on the dough foot, I'm just going to have to call it done. So we're going to get some of this on the lids, but later on I'll put an eyeshadow base on. I'm not going to put a glitter primer on just because there's an eyeshadow from that Natasha Denona mini star. I don't know if I want to, like, I mean, it's just awkward. 1 minute it's patchy, the next it's not. But when I swatch it on the hand and when I swatch it, you know, when I just finger swatch it, it doesn't do that. So I don't know what's going on with it. Could be the glitter glues I'm using. But it looks like a patchy hot mess. So what I need to be doing today is testing it out again. And seeing really how it is. Because it's one of my favourite shades in that palette. In fact, I think I bought the palette for that shade. Right, let's do the brows. I'm getting messages on Instagram. I don't know who they're from though. I'll find out after here. Maybe Lisa. Right, I'm going to go on with this W7 Super Brows that Morag bought for me. We might have to sharpen it, but we'll see. Be interesting to see how long this lasts. Because I thought, you know, it's going to last way longer than a month. But it might not. But these are only 49p. I could always get another one of these, whereas the elf ones are, I think, £4. These ones kind of like graze against your brows, which isn't the best. You can feel it scraping the brow, whereas the e.l.f. one is very, very smooth. So that's what you get when you actually spend more money on a brow pencil. I'm not saying the W7 one's crap, because I don't believe it is. I believe it gets the job done, but I'm just saying, like, if you spend more money and get the e.l.f. one, like, if you spend like £3.50 more, then you definitely see, obviously, something. You definitely have a better eyebrow experience, shall I say. Right, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. I really don't want you guys seeing a lot of my Shop My Stash makeup. If you want to see it, it's up already. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a Shop My Stash live, makeup live, where I'm trying some of it on. Not all of it on, because there's just too much. And this is in Project Pan, this e.l.f. powder I'm using. Okay, what are we looking like? Not too bad. That powder is actually a little bit too dark for me, I would say. Yeah, I would say that's definitely too dark, but I am going to use it. I am going to finish it up, and then I won't repurchase. I've had it ages. Right, so bronzer, we'll go in with the Charlotte Tilbury again. I'm dying to use my Give Beauty one that I pulled in. So now that I've told you what I pulled in, shall I just use it? No, we'll use it tomorrow for that. With a Shop My Stash. Maybe going with a small brush. This bronzer is really, really nice as well. I'm taking this on holiday with me. I won't be taking a load of stuff, but definitely taking this palette. Before there were these dogs. I've talked about them before, but they're over the road and they do nothing but constantly yap when there's people around, which is good. I mean, it's good that they're basically looking after the property and everything, but it doesn't half. I'm just kind of like, shut up already. And I love dogs. I just don't get why no one comes out and just says, look, but if they tell them to be quiet, the dogs, if they get broken into, then obviously, and the dogs don't bark, we can't really tell the dogs off for that. So the dogs are just being protective of the home. I mean, Charlotte Tilbury really should do this bronzer by itself, because it's really nice. I would get it if she did this bronzer. I don't like a lot of her products, like that powder she does. I don't like that. I feel like my Rimmel is just as good. And that's what, £4 to buy. Whereas hers is what, £35 to buy. It's just like, every time I do bronzer. Hello, preppy girl. How are you? Every time I do bronzer, I always like putting like concealer down here as well, just to make sure it looks nice. You're good, are you? That's good. Right, and then we'll just blend that in. Sometimes I do this with powder. Powder works as well if you haven't got concealer, but most people have concealers. So Right, and for blush, I'm going to go in with a Project Pan blush that I've not really used a lot. It's this Dior one. So this Dior one, I've been watching you 24/7. What do you mean? Have you been watching some of my older videos? Okay, so going to go in with this brush, Rebel Edge Medium, and into this Christian Dior blusher, which is called Rosy Glow Petal. Not in a crepe, yes, swear. But yes, well, I appreciate you watching. Creepy wear. It's kind of like one of those pH blushers. You know how you get the pH lipsticks? It's one of those. It's filthy though. So that's Project Pan. So look, I commented on you. Where did you comment? Here. I've seen all the comments. Right, so that's the blusher on. Highlighter, we'll use this. Most recent choice. Oh, okay. I will have a look. Thank you. And this highlight is nice as well from this palette. This palette is just a really good palette. And I've had it so long, I just didn't realise how good it was. Where is the brush that I used to blend? We'll use this one. Okay, I've got to have dinner. I'll be back. I'll probably be gone by then, but thank you. Thank you for coming in. Have a nice dinner. Okay, so the highlight is on, the blush is on from this palette here. That can go back. Now we need to do the... Whoops. Sorry about that. Now we need to do the finishing powder from the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe. I'm not going to show you the progress I've made because that's going to be seen in the Project Pan update because it's part of Project Pan. But I'm impressed. Wow, we're only at 24 minutes and I'm nearly done. Gonna have a drink in a minute though, guys. I'm always thirsty in these videos. Okay, so that's my base. Let's look in the mirror. Oh yeah, that is looking nice. Right, then we'll go in with this Technique Glow Setter Facial Setting Spray. So, because I always normally do that when I'm putting mascara on, and you know, my mascara normally ends up down here like I've got panda eyes, so I don't want to be doing that then. Okay, so now eyeshadow, but first let's do eye base. So I use the Juvia's Place eye primer, just in shade 1. You don't have to use an eye base, you can use a concealer, just to make sure that you can't see any. Like with me, I've got purple here or pink, and I don't want that to come through my eyeshadow. So I use this, and then I'll use a mattifying powder, and then I'll just put my eyeshadow on. I mean, at this rate, I'll be done with this video in 40 minutes. Which, if you know me, my videos are always long. Okay, let me get a wipe. Wow, that's a lot of hair. I'm just looking at my bin as well. It's overflowing, full of stuff. Bath and body care, hair care. I need to do an empties video. I think I'm going to do bath and body care on this channel with skincare, and then hair care will go on my Embracing My Curls. So if you're not subscribed over there and you want to know what I'm using, I'd subscribe, you know, because that'll be happening really, really soon. I don't know when. I could even do it today. Like after this live, I could go over there and do that live. Not too sure. But anyway, I'm just talking out loud to myself, guys. So, the eyeshadow palette. We all know what I'm using. So, I'll tell you why. So, this one is my Project Pan eyeshadow palette. My fun size project pan that I'm doing with the Fantastic Ladies collab over on Facebook. And I pulled this in a while ago to do a look with it. I can't remember what. I may have just wanted to use these mattes. But this here, I've used a couple of times recently. Well, a couple of months ago maybe. And it's always looked patchy. But I'm not going to use a glitter glue today. I'm just going to see if I can use it and then just see how it looks. It is the shade that I wanted this palette for, but I do also like the other two shimmers, so we're going to play with this today. Hi Louise. Change your foundation. What foundation, sorry? You've retracted the message now. I need to wipe this brush. What can I wipe it on? Lolly went off. What went off? Right. So, we're going to go in with the lighter shade, which is this one here. Attic, which is spelled A-T-I-K. Not like in your house. It's not spelled the same way. I meant I've changed my foundation to a lighter one. It was too dark. Oh, which foundation did you have? I feel like that. I need a thinner brush to get in there. Like something like this, but that needs to be cleaned off. So quiet today on here. It's like, it's so quiet. Hush. Why am I going in to use my Charlotte Tilbury? So yeah, we're gonna go back in with that shade with this brush. Got the Estee Lauder one 6 months ago, but overrated. I've got the Revolution one now. Which Revolution one is it? Is it that new one that's come out? Something Silk. Estee Lauder is a bit like Charlotte Tilbury. You know, it's kind of like say, overrated. The only things I like from Charlotte Tilbury are her lipsticks. They're not overrated. And the kissing ones are. So she's got a kissing formula and she's got a matte Revolution formula. And I'd say if you're interested, I mean the matte Revolution, you'd think it would be totally matte, but it is matte, but it's moisture. It's got moisture to it. It's not got like that kind of matte lipstick that you just feel dry, which is nice. Whereas the kissing ones are just too creamy. Oh yeah, you did get that Revolution one. There's so many foundations I want. Well, they're more skin tints, but they're from Boots. I'm not too sure about that Revolution one. Hi Andy at work. Can't type a lot. I'm here listening though. Hello Jean. I'm glad to see you here. You can just listen, that's fine. I'm using the Mini Star. I know it says in the description. And I know you was talking about it in your video the other day. And yes, I still have it. But I don't know. I am going to keep it. But one of the eyeshadows, that blue-brown shade, it's kind of got me like... It just looks patchy on me. So if that's the case, I just won't use that anymore. I might even scrape it out of the pan and just use the 4 that I left. Yeah, same, it's not bad. I just have too many foundations. Too many foundations and skin tints to justify going out and buying more. And then, of course, there's the no buy. Right, we're going to go in with that dark brown one now. Or should I use that for kind of lash line? No, we'll go in with that, and then I've got an e.l.f. smudge pot thing. I'll try and use that for lash line. Want the Maybelline skin tint one. Yeah, me too, I want that. But then there's another Maybelline one that I used to use all the time. And I'd like to get that. What's it called? I recommended it to Lisa and she bought it off my recommendation and she really likes it. Can't remember the exact name of it. So I want that one. And then there's a Essence one that I used to use and I'd like to get that again. There's also one that my friend Tammy uses. Revlon Illuminance or something like that. That's a skin tint. You could spend so much money on foundations and skin tints. Well, I won't be until I've used what I've got. Well, not use what I've got, but at least use a good majority. Did you see the new Natasha coming out? I need a... It's called I Need a Worm. It's a midi. She is killing me. I can't believe she's brought a palette out called I Need a Worm. And no, I haven't seen it yet. Is it on Trend Mood? Need to go and watch it. Need to go and see it. Oh, she's taking the piss, isn't she? It's like, just take my money. Just have access to my bank account. If it's too warm though, I'll probably pass. You tagged me on Instagram. I've not been on Instagram yet today, Jean. I'm gonna go on after this live. and check it out. Is it anything like, is it like the bronze palette or anything like that? Because that's pretty warm. I need a warm. Oh my goodness, Natasha. I need to keep hold of my money. That's what I need. Oh, it has a duochrome in it. She puts at least one duochrome in a middies. The point is, can I dupe it with what I've got? If I can dupe that palette, I'm not going to buy it. If they're similar shades to what she's brought out before, I'm not going to buy it. I couldn't look for long because at work. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's looking good. I didn't like my eye look at all yesterday. I got constructive criticism, which is good. I'm glad I did. I was using the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, and she was saying it's all patchy, which on this eye, it does get patchy. Anything I put down there gets patchy. So after the video ended, I took the black off, and I still didn't like it. So I think I'm decluttering that palette. I have $45 in credit at Ulta. Please dupe it, save me, Andy, haha. I'll look at it, and if I can dupe it, we'll sort something out for this coming week, and I'll show you my dupes. Obviously, without having the palette in front of me and swatching it, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be a. It's gonna be kind of, what do I like to call it? Not duping. It's like kind of duping the vibe of a palette, getting the vibe of it. You don't have to have that specific palette. You can just have the vibe. Hello, Phoebe. How are you? Right, do I want to blend that out a bit more? Because those two are blending in really, really nice together. So at least we know I'm going to be keeping it for the mattes. I am good, how are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. Still waiting to hear if I've got this darn job. But what I'm going to do is I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. That'd just be stupid. They said that we're going to hear, in a week's time. That was on Friday. So it could get to Friday until we've heard whether we've been successful or not. So I'm going to start applying for other stuff. But the issue with that is I can apply for all this other stuff, but I go on holiday a week tomorrow for 3 days, so I'm not going to be able to go for job interviews. So part of me thinks, shall I just wait until I get back? Do you like the Collection foundation? Now I'm still, it's nice. Everyone says it looks nice on my skin, and I'm, it is like, kind of, it's not just foundation, it's almost like a moisturiser. It has good skin benefits. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. I don't not like it, but do I love it? Is it a favourite foundation? No. And before you ask me what is, I don't have one. So I've just used this today. The L'Oreal Infallible 201 Classic Ivory Pro Glow. And that looks nice on my skin, but even that's not a favourite. I feel like that Essence one is my favourite, and that's why I want it back in my collection. Sorry guys, I'm just using the Revolution Contour Palette, the shade, what I always use. I am redesigning. What are you redesigning, hun? Right. Now is the time to say if this is going to go patchy on me. So no glitter glue today. I'm just going to go in with that shade Orion, and I'll show you on my finger how it's not patchy at all. So it's just beautiful. My bedroom, it is green. Oh, sounds nice. Right, so it's just not going on at all pigmented. I think that eyeshadow, because this palette is so old in my collection, I think this shade is expiring. The rest of the shades aren't though. So it's just not metallic. It's not, I feel like it's not as metallic as it used to be. Oh, it's raining and I've got washing out on the line. Well, that won't be coming in today. I don't know if you can hear it bouncing off the windows. Why can't we just have a normal summer? So I like it, but it's going to go patchy. I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. Trust me. Well, it was pink because I have just moved in and it is the old colour. It's going to be green when it's done. Sounds nice. What kind of green are you going to have it? Because like there's all different greens, isn't it, that you can paint. I'm just trying to vision it, Phoebe. Raining here. Well, you don't live far from me. So that's the UK for you, Louise. Well, you know baby blue. Yeah, baby blue. Yeah, I know that. But a green version, okay. Sorry for looking up then. I had a message come through on Facebook from a friend. This better just stay on. Like, it doesn't look too bad now. The thing is with this, I'm not too bothered if it goes patchy. That shade there is exactly the same as, can't remember what it's called, but it's Sydney Grey shade in the Tiny Marvels. It's the one Tiny Marvels and Mel Thompson palette. Got a jumpsuit and it's split in the middle, so took it to a seamstress to sew. Did you buy it like that? Split. Okay. I think that's going to be too dark for the inner corners. Yes, way too dark. Let's see if the mini retro, that shade would look nice. No, it's from New Look Online, lol. I'd take it back. Why should you spend money on taking it to a seamstress if you haven't made it split? Take it back to New Look. Because if it's done that, it's going to do it again and again and again. It will repeatedly do it, no matter who sews it, because it hasn't been sewn right. It's got a fault on it. I would have sent it back for sure. Right, I'm going to go in with this shade, but I'm not showing it to you because this is Project Pan as well. But it's just a shade from the mini retro. Are you new here? Louise? What does WDYM mean? I tend to, like when I'm texting anyone, I tend to give chapter and verse, war and peace. I don't tend to kind of shorten messages. Right, I'm going to put a bit more of that blue-brown on this one. Orion. Oh, what do you mean? Okay, I get it. Sorry, you know, just had to ask. Right. I'll see if I've got that elf smudge part and we'll try and do some liner. Or I'll try and do some liner. I am off now. Okay. Thank you for coming in. Where's the pencil? Where's the liner brush? Right, let me get a drink. Hopefully this brush will do it. Let's see how long it lasts, Jane. So this is what it looks like now. I'm going to see how long it lasts. Right, I'm just going in with this elf. What are they called? No Budge creamy eyeshadow. So it's a creamy eyeshadow, but this I use as a liner, or sometimes when I'm using like a duochrome, I will use this as a base. But today we're going to use it as a liner. And try is the operative word, guys, because I'm not very good at lining my lash line. There's certainly not going to be any fancy flicks. Perfect jumper for eyeshadow match. It's been cold, hasn't it? I mean, we're in summer, yes, but it's been cold today. Right, that looks nice. Left eye can never do it the same. Oh, now the rain's starting again. It's pointless even checking my washing. It's just going to be absolutely soaked can stay out there. The neighbours will be like, does she never check her washing? Well, I can hear the rain, so I'm not going to bring it in. Right, let's just leave it at that, because otherwise I'm going to make a mess of it. These little pots are really nice. I've got one in white as well for all my pastel shades. Let's just wipe this brown stuff off it. If I want to use it again, I don't want the brush to be stiff. Then that's okay. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to go with this mascara from Francis. I say, you know, I'm going to be out of this video, this live in 40 minutes, but now we're on 52. So it's called Prime Lash. There's hair everywhere. Oh my god, now he's on my hand. Right, so that's that. Let's do eyeliner. What's this one? Oh, I think that's lip liner, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to go in with the Wayne Goss. So it's the Kohl eyeliner pencil in Precious Opal. Nearly done with this now. Right, so that's that. Natural look. I don't think it's natural. I think it's quite smoky. Definitely here, it's smoky. I think for a natural look, I'd have to use this, which I am planning on using. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I've used these 3 shades here. I've used those 4 shades together, but I also want to use this one by itself and see what it looks like. So it looks like a pretty boring quad, but you can get so many looks out of it. You can get at least 1, 2, 3 different looks, or 4 if you just want to go like with an all matte. Like it though. I won't like it if it starts getting patchy, Louise. I just want to do a bit of blending here. At the moment, it's not getting patchy. Like I said, it could have been the glitter glue I was using. It might just not have wanted to stay tacky, or I might have put it on too soon. But today we're not using glitter glue. And I don't know what to use for lipstick either. None of these are kind of saying, use me, use me. I know what I could do. I could use this Urban Decay one. It's one of those ones that give you the tingle sensation, like lip plumpers. And I could use that lip liner, the Bell one, by Deck of Scarlet. Oh, you want me to use Pillow Talk? Okay. I could do with getting more use out of that anyway. Just finding it amongst all these bougie lipsticks I've got in here. Right, so Velvet Underground, 1975 Red, Lost Cherry, Miranda Mate. Can you hear that rain out there? Sorry, my mum was just calling. She's probably calling me to say, have you heard that rain? I might use this as well though, guys. The Deck of Scarlet in the shade Bell. How similar are they in shade? Yeah, they're pretty similar. Right, let's put that on first. Because this is Project Pan, it needs to be used. The rain is literally bouncing off my window. I'm just going to completely fill in the lips. You know, Pillow Talk is probably one of the lipsticks that are in my collection. It's not the worst one in my collection, but it's not the best. Cover Star, I would say, is the worst Charlotte Tilbury, but I will use it. And then there's Pillow Talk. It's one of those lipsticks that I just feel kind of like they're overhyped. Revlon do a dupe of it. Oh, Revlon do a dupe of the medium shade in Pillow Talk, which I've got. That's much nicer. Right, so that can go back in the drawer. Bouncing it down. Yeah, that's the one. And then I'd say that's a bit more pink. I mean, literally you don't get a lot in these. Because, I've used it, but I wouldn't say I've used it an awful lot. So nice though. And when I say it's so nice, I don't mean the colour. You know, I just mean the formula is so nice. Because this is one of her Matte Revolution lippies. I can't see, I can only see Pillow Talk. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Let's get some perfume on. Whoops, it's gonna smash. So this is my Shop My Stash Ariana Grande God Is a Woman. Not my Shop My Stash, my project pan. And we're done, guys. So, let's see. I'm paranoid about that all over the lid shade. Really paranoid about it. So I've just got this feeling that it's just gonna, in places, patch. Like be a patchy hot mess. But I've used it when I don't have to go anywhere really. Like I said, I'm just going to my mum's. Sorry. Let's just blend out a bit more. It's always on the left. I'd be interested in knowing how yours is, Jane. How do you feel like yours goes on? If you could Instagram me, private message me and let me know. Mine's a few years old at this point. I can't remember if I got that one before the mini retro or after. And I would say, when I say a few years old, I would say maybe 2. But anyway, I like it as it's standing now. But if it goes patchy, then obviously I'm not going to like it and we're not going to use that colour. So again, this is a colour story for all you guys that haven't seen it. Bought it for this shade. I do actually like this shade on me as well. That is stunning. For like, if you've got similar hair colour to me and like fair skin and blue eyes, that is just stunning all over the eyes. You'll see me using this soon again, because like I said, it's not project pan. I don't think this time I'll use it though. I've just pulled out Shop My Stash palettes. I'm going to look at what you've sent me, Jane, and I'm going to try and just establish whether I can, you know, whether I can dupe that palette. I'm curious now as to what she's bringing out. Do I need to go in with this white anywhere? Okay, I think we're done, guys. I'm just waffling now. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thank you for coming along. If you've not already pressed the like button, please do so. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you to all you guys that watch after that. You don't even know how much that means to me, because when I do these lives, I just feel like it's the people that are able to get to the lives will watch, but it's not a case of that. It's a case of like you watching afterwards, and it means a lot because I know they're long. So guys, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.